Hello all my friends, and welcome to a very special project. I say this every time. Every project is special. Why do I say that? Today, I will be making a doll out of a closed species made by Wen-Shark on Instagram, DeviantArt, and Twitter. The closed species are called Bunnariums. Now, I would like to preface this by saying that I have special permission from Wen to make this, and if you are interested in making one or drawing one, you have to talk to them first. I will list all of the links to their socials in the description so that you can contact them. So, what is a Bunnarium? Wen-Shark has created the lore behind these, which I shall read to you promptly. Bunnariums are a species of kimonomimi rabbits with pocket dimension ariums in their bodies. Bunnariums are born with a wind chime clutched in their hands or inside of their body. These wind chimes allow the buns to interact with things in their arium. The attributes I have chosen for this project are unadorned ears, no body adornments, single color body markings, orange skin tone, flower blossom tail, and a midsection aquarium. You guys, I'm so excited for the aquarium. You have no idea. For this, I will be using a Monster High Torlai stripe because orange skin tone. Honestly, I picked the color scheme before I thought about anything else. I take the time to sand off her stripes because I will be adding my own markings later. Then, as the normal regiment requires, I dip her head in boiling water, and then I scronk that right off. Congrats to me for not breaking the neck peg. I go in and scrape out all of those hair plugs with a pair of pliers. I had issues with the hair part because it was rooted so thick, so I had to pull them out from the outside. Now get a look at this nasty chunk of glue. It's super gross. It's gross. My hobbies. It's gross. I clean the vinyl off of all paint with acetone and prepare for the reroute. Now for her hair, I will be using turquoise and aqua colors. I start by brushing out yarn in my desired length. After everything is brushed out, I straighten the wefts of hair. I give it a quick swipe, just to make it manageable, and then I run the hair through a good long firm squeeze with the flat iron. As one does. It's so shiny. Look at this green color. I don't even know what to say. It's so pretty. So, to start the reroute, I grab my rerouting tool and a small plug of hair. I hook it on and plunge it into the scalp. You know, some normal forms of torture, nothing too advanced. I go around the hairline first, and then I fill in the rest one chunk at a time. Then, to keep everything in place, I glue the wefts down with flexible and strong E6000 glue. I mask off her hair in preparation for the face-up later. Now that she has been prepped, I am going to cut her into 3 pieces in efforts to create the aquarium. I am so excited. I mark off what needs to be cut, and then I start hacking away. I'm going to save the midsection in case I need it in the future. Waste not, want not, right? Or am I just deeply disturbed? I can't decide. I sand down the top half and the bottom half just to make sure I have an even workspace. And this is also the weirdest visual I think I've ever witnessed. Okay, so now it's time to build the aquarium. After using some reused plastic for Ponyo's bucket, I think I am properly confident enough in my plastic melting skills to make this work. So what are my plans for this? I plan on melting a bit of plastic in the shape of her midsection, setting that in the bottom half, meaning her legs, filling that with polymer clay plants and UV resin. So to start, I cut up this fruit container in such a fashion with which I can accurately melt around the midsection, which I am using as a mold and or mannequin of sorts to shape the plastic around. Now, I used the heater in my basement for this, so I didn't film it. The first trial I made was too small, but the second one, oh, it was just right. There was a small wrinkle at the bottom, but I was able to work that out because it exploded. But I'll get to that later. So, how am I going to set the plastic cylinder in place? I'm going to settle it into the bottom portion with epoxy sculpt. Because epoxy sculpt is a staple in my existence. I make indents for the plastic to set first. I made some somewhat water-dwelling leafy greens. I made a little seaweed chunk, one of those succulents that looks like a bunny for obvious reasons, a water lily type plant, and a random flower to take up extra space. Now, looking back at this, I could have made this a little bit cooler with some coral and some more accurate sea-based plants, but I mean, I've never done anything like this before, so it's alright. I learned something, and if I ever do anything like this again, it'll be much better. So I placed them as I wanted, and with some UV resin, I set them in place. Then I fill it in the rest of the way, cured it with my light once more, and then with all the pieces solid, I glue everything back together. And there she is, a whole body again. Until I came back an hour later to find this monstrosity. So what is this, you might ask? What is this? This is called a mistake. Before I placed the UV resin, I painted the surface underneath a sandy color. Apparently, that layer of paint hadn't dried before I put on the UV resin. The paint has seeped up in between the layer of plastic and the UV resin. And because I can manipulate it like this, there is still air in there and it will dry and that will be bad. So I had to rip off the plastic. I took an X-Acto knife and precisely ripped apart everything that I just did. While I was thinking of what to do about this dilemma, I took some time to recolor the epoxy sculpt and do some body blushing. I struggled to recolor this orange color because I ran out of orange paint, and I can't exactly go out to buy some at the moment, so I did the best I could with soft pastels. It's not super accurate and it's a weird texture, but it's the best I can do under the circumstances. Hopefully I'll be able to hide it with her clothes. Then, I got the resin piece glued in effectively. I clean it off of all fingerprints with rubbing alcohol, and then I cover it in a new layer of resin. I cure that, and huzzah! Everything is reattached effectively, and now I can stop losing my mind. And it is here where I must end this video. From now on, I will be posting these processes in 3 parts, because it makes the load a lot easier on me, and I will be able to post more often. Or that's the idea, anyway. From now on, everything will be in 3 parts, unless it's a collab or a special event of some kind. Next time you see us, we will be making probably her clothes. I haven't decided yet. Thank you all so much for watching, and I want you to know that you, yes you, are an important individual. Thank you for joining me. Bye! Why does my hobby make me sound like a serial killer? I swear. I swear. If someone finds my journal full of scripts, this is all condemning. It's all of it is just talking about sawing people in half. I can't. If anyone ever finds, I'm gonna have to burn this when I'm done with it.